And we are live, people, after some controversial news that's been breaking today. Actually, what we reported yesterday. So, are we ready? Here we go.
It's the line. What a clearance. He's had a jet. Goal.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is your host, Mick Ruby from Realist TV. After me coming out yesterday, spending a whole day doing debunking what's going on with the Ratcliffe story with the Dubai consortium of purchasing the United Football Club from the Glazers, about $4 billion. Numerous report has come out today from various fan channels, from media, dreadfully caring reporting. I mean, I guess it's such a sensitive topic that we United fans have been craving for at least 17, 18 years. Today, I kind of spent the day looking at what the press is saying, what other fan camps are saying, other fan channels, for instance, and done some follow-up calls to see what's going on. And as far as I'm concerned, this all investigated yesterday with me saying this pretty much. I was first of all tweeting out yesterday to say that there is no smoke without fire. Dubai is interested in joining the coalition and join forces with Ratcliffe to purchase the evaluation of Manchester United club with $4 billion. And the reason per se is that the stock prices, they're fearing that the stock prices might drop. So now is the time for the Glazers to sell. Now that's quite interesting story itself. So what I've done today is that I'm actually gone a little bit deeper into what others are saying. It is kind of a sensitive topic, as I mentioned, and me being a passionate United supporter, seeing the club being run poorly for the past at least 10 years. We haven't won anything for 6-7 years. This is kind of very, very intriguing. So let us see what today versus Terry Lewis came out to say.
Sir Jim Ratcliffe has confirmed again that he wants to buy Manchester United, and he is already looking at the board and the backroom staff to help take Manchester United from their current position, scrambling behind the likes of Manchester City and Liverpool back to the very pinnacle of the English, European and world game. A price has reportedly been set around the £4 billion mark to buy the football club. Sir Jim Ratcliffe himself has a valuation of around $12 million US. So certainly has the funds available, but more than likely would look to put a consortium of investors together to buy Manchester United. He does want to buy the club. He is pushing from behind the scenes, and it's now started to be reported by a number of credible sources that an official bid could be imminent, with the likes of Luis Campos being lined up to take over as a sporting director. I want your thoughts and I want your feelings, but finally, we could be about to see the beginning of the end.
Start believing
of the Glazers.
You see, start believing. So let's go. I reported this yesterday, as you see, 13th of September. That is an imminent bid with Crown Prince of UAE, Sheikh Hamdan as well. But as you can see here as well, that I so basically then later on I actually confirmed that yes, there is a consortium bid led by Ratcliffe, but Dubai is also interested. But preferably Ratcliffe would like to have 100% ownership. But the stronger the forces together, the better. I further went down to have a look at United People's TV, what they were saying. And
that's where reports have come this morning.
Some people are also reporting this morning.
Palmer. Is it the Sunday Mirror he writes for? Sunday World. Right. He's saying this. He said this last night. He said, rumours are growing that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is preparing to make the bid to buy Manchester United. Could the Glazers be gone from Old Trafford sooner than we expected? It seems possible now. And obviously, it's got tongues wagging. Fans are excited. I'm excited about the idea of it. We're all excited about the
We
idea of
are,
it.
Sam, we are.
But how much credibility is there behind the idea that, look, regardless of what's known in the public, right?
Let's go.
Jim Ratcliffe said this a month ago.
True, he did.
He said if Manchester United was for sale, I would be interested in buying it. So I would absolutely imagine that he's got his financial advisors, he's got whoever it is would be to look into the actual structure behind it. That work's been going on for a month, maybe even longer than that. But I think by the looks of it, I would say that Kevin Palmer's rumours here on Twitter are probably going to be based on what came out a little bit earlier during that day. Now you may have seen this. This is coming from La Parisienne, obviously a French newspaper, saying look, if Sir Jim Ratcliffe does buy Manchester United and he is successful, that he wants Luis Campos to lead Manchester United's sporting policy.
Now, as I stated earlier yesterday and in my tweets, there is no smoke without fire. Definitely, this deal has been negotiated since over a month ago, at least after the Liverpool game. But we saw yesterday, if you go back to my video timestamp, you see how the shares been floated. Basically, Glazers are preparing to sell, increasing the valuation of the club by also looking at the overall net spend, what they did on the transfer market. I don't know how much the net spend was, but we saw the likes within 3 weeks that we got the likes of Casemiro, the likes of Ericsson, the likes of Malacia, the likes of, the way it works. But I just confirmed today that there's been talks at Mayfair today as well in London, where absolutely what Sam Peoples was saying, that there is talks ongoing today, and they've been in, I was thinking about 2:00 UK time. They had a phone conference with the Glazers over in US. So this is absolutely led by the advisors of Ratcliffe, and there's also been reports that there's been direct links and talks with Dubai UAE. So ladies and gentlemen, that is kind of the breaking news of today. I know there is a lot of talks about when this deal is going to happen. This could take up to 3 months, and I kind of predict that, at least from a fan perspective, what we've seen is the change of management, player style, the backroom staff, and now we're seeing the complete overhaul with new owners, hopefully. I hope this is correct, and I'm actually shaking. I'm so nervous about this. I want this to happen, and please support us. Please like and subscribe to our channel. We want the Glazers to actually sell the club. And Ivanka Sport, there's a question, a super chat coming in. Why will Glazers sell? Well, I think we went over this yesterday. So if we go down in history lane, Vankesh is Vankatesh, sorry, your name. I'm dyslexic. It's basically, as I said yesterday, like, Avram Glazer bought, I think it was United about 17, 18 years ago, right? But he bought it with debt. So basically, he didn't have any money to invest himself. So what happened was that he basically took a loan and put it on the United to service, right? Over the time since he passed away, his children took over, and they've been kind of fed with the silver spoon, the golden spoon. They haven't really cared about maintaining the club, or they just see this as a cash cow, like, to do dividends, take out payments, the quarterly payments, or bi-yearly. So they've been taking out about $1 billion out of the club of the past 18 years. And the evaluation of the club in terms of sponsorship, since we haven't won anything since Sir Alex Ferguson left, in terms of the commercial sponsor deals, has decreased as well. Same with the share prices as well. I don't have a graph to show you right now, but if you do go back to my video, you can actually see the curve in terms of 1 year valuation of the share price gone down. Now you can see around the 4th or 6th of August how the curve is actually gone up to almost $15 per share, which is about a price increase with 20%. So they fear now that this is now reached its peak. Therefore, if Ratcliffe wants to buy all these shares, what's the B shares that's available, or put in a bid in, which is preparing right now for 4 billion, you will see that the Glazers will profit as much as possible. It's also clear and obvious that they cannot, or they're not willing to invest from their own pockets to repair the stadium, to repair Carrington. Even Cristiano Ronaldo, who came back after many years of absence, came back to the same swimming pool, the same bathrooms, and same. So nothing has been done, basically. So they've been cashing in as much as they can and not paying much from their own pocket. And now is the time. Also considering the current world global market and the financial market, seeing the interest rates hikes, and the Fed has raised the interest rates points with 50%. It's inevitable within the 18 months how the economy is going to look like. So it's a good time to sell, and Jim is ready to make that bid as we speak. So I hope that kind of debunks what you're saying. I will read the next question. You probably heard that the buy shake is not instant by any Premier club. Well, this is kind of them trying to put a little bit hush-hush. There is a general interest from the Dubai consortium to actually buy part of the club as a PR investment. The way that Dubai is kind of shaping up as a futuristic city, it's all about, if you look at, they had Expo 2022 just finishing off. So they want foreign investors. Oil is finished. The oil is in Abu Dhabi. So they want, to promote, Fly Emirates and all the companies or consortiums that they own. So basically Dubai is kind of a tax-free company where they want to attract foreign investors. And this is a brilliant way to sort of promote, in a way, to have some form of ownership. You've seen that model working so well for Manchester City, with Abu Dhabi being the owners as well. So I hope that kind of explains your question. Next one for you as well. But now with the Erik ten Hag, Glazers might feel that they cannot risk to be the owner for 2 more years and see how it goes. Yeah, well, absolutely correct, Venkatesh. We are on a rebuild. So, I'm a big advocate of culture and chain and people. And what we see now is something shaping, Erik ten Hag way of playing. He was very clear and adamant when he signed the contract. It's kind of my way or the highway. And John Murtagh was kind of playing the fetch dog, the golden retriever, to say, this is my targets, John, you just go and get him, right? And there was also a clause that he put in his contract to say, if I'm not getting what I want, if the club is not doing any changes the way I want, and then I have a sort of exit clause in my contract. So that's where it is. So that kind of makes sense the way we are going. I mean, ever since the preseason, we've seen the changes happening. We see how players are working hard for each other. It's kind of the team spirit. So in a way, the missing piece of this jigsaw puzzle is the change of ownership. We've seen a total transformation. I mean, we are 4 or 5 games into the Premier League season. We are kicking off our second Europa League tomorrow. Thank God, there's some football going on, and I'm just basically excited about this season. I don't know about you, Venkatesh. What do you think? That makes sense, right? Yeah, it does make sense. So I'm starting to believe, I've been a little bit nervous. Personally, I haven't bought any merch from the United shop. What do you see here? It's old vintage. What's hanging on the wall, it's kind of bought in Thailand whenever I've been on a trip. So it's just not, I haven't been to Old Trafford for 6-7 years. So it's just like refusing to sponsor this. If the owners is not putting effort into the club, then there's no winning mentality. There's no winning culture. This kind of creates also the toxic environment towards our consumers, which is the fan base. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much what I have to follow up on yesterday's story. Numerous of media outlets are reporting it now, from Daily Telegraph to Fan-Chan camels, camels. Did I say camels? Oh, that was Dubai. Fan-Chan camels, Terry Lewis from Football Terror, Sam People, and many more. It's all out there. I was bold enough to go out yesterday after confirming from my Dubai sources and Manchester United officials. And today they had ongoing talks with the phone conference with the Glazers at 2:00 UK time. So I hope and I pray that this is going to happen. You know what? It's time for a little bit of Champions League football, but I see you over the weekend, and please stay strong and shout Glazers out wherever you are in the world. Signing out. See you guys.
It's the line. What a clearance.